Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me. Beautiful day here in South Alabama, middle of the week, hump day. Oh well, the days don't really mean all that much to me and I'm not doing anything. I don't think I'm going anywhere this weekend, so it's Wednesday, just another day, but it's a beautiful day, so let's all enjoy it. I'm going to talk today about my biggest benefit from a raw food diet. Ooh, there's so many of them. What could that be? I do videos every day, so I'd really appreciate it if you haven't already done it. Hit that subscribe button now. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you don't get unsubscribed from the channel. I was thinking about this. What is my biggest benefit of a raw food diet? There's lots of them, you know, stable weight, clear skin, good digestion, full of energy all the time, never sick. Oh my goodness, how I don't know. Clear thinking, just everything. But none of those are my biggest benefit so far. I got to thinking about this, and I said my biggest benefit is I'm content with my eating. And that's something. Think about what I just said there. I'm content with my eating. And not just content sometimes, always. I'm always content with my eating in all forms. I have no guilt. I don't stress over food. You know, nothing about my food brings me anything but comfort and contentment. I don't have guilt. I don't eat that. Well, number one, I don't eat anything really all that bad to be guilty about. Definitely don't go off of plant-based, but yeah, I'm always content about my food. I'm not thinking about my food. I'm not stressing about my food. I don't restrict on this lifestyle. That used to be, and I'm kind of comparing here. I'm kind of comparing in my head as I go about various ways, you know, when I've gotten on, whether it's been a diet to lose weight or whether I've just gotten on an eating regimen in the past for health, you know, and for just getting a little bit healthy. I don't remember anything other than this one that brought me such contentment. I always remember anything I ever did had some form of restricting in it, whether it was restricting the amount of calories I could have, restricting the types of things I can have. Well, I restrict the types of things I can have now, but I wouldn't call it so much restricting. I just don't, those aren't my food anymore. That's just not what I eat. Taste. I thoroughly like it, and it's not just a matter of getting by and making this lifestyle work. I have to stress that over and over and over and over again. I'm not some extremist guy, you know. I think sometimes probably people just see my stuff in a microcosm. You know, they see one video or they see a few posts and they see how simple it is and that I don't eat all that much, and they're probably like, oh my God, this guy's miserable. He can't, you know, look at that. He's such an extremist. He won't eat this, he won't eat that. It's not really a matter of won't and can't and all that kind of stuff. Let me assure you, I don't eat anything just to be strict or just because that's the thing to eat. Everything you see me eating here, whether I'm doing what I eat in a day videos, recipe videos, whether you follow me on Instagram, whether you follow me on Facebook and see stuff I share, I thoroughly enjoy everything I eat. It's just that over the last 6 years, I've gravitated more and more towards a place of simplicity. Didn't do any big leaps to get there. Didn't do any of your magical, mystical cleanses and the great detoxing. I've just always been moving forward. Always been moving forward. Cleaner, and it just happens naturally. And I enjoy it. And the simplicity, that's what it's all about. It's morning right now, and I already know, unless some major disaster happens today or something beyond my control, the 4 or 5 foods I'm going to eat today. Yep, you heard that. I'm going to most days, let me make sure I'm thinking about this. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, most days I could maybe 6, but most days you could say I go through most days on 4 or 5 different foods. I eat a lot of bananas. Right now I'm getting a lot of mangoes, so my diet consists of bananas, mangoes, greens, because I usually get a green smoothie in during the day. And right now the only debate up for tonight is, will I have banana and ice cream, which I can because there's bananas in the freezer, Or will I have a salad? That same salad I had, I think it was the cover of last night's with mango, red pepper, smoked paprika, and tahini dressing in it. But other than that, it's already set. There's no guesswork in my day. And it's not even like there's no guesswork in my day because I have the whole day planned out. I don't really have any of the day planned out. I just have my staples around. There sit my bananas over on the table, my mangoes just to the left of them, my greens in the fridge, so I don't have to think about it. It's there, you know. I don't have to be like, okay, now I'm going to eat this at this and this time. That's all I got in the house. It's just good stuff. So it just kind of, the only guesswork or the only question mark is how I'm going to put them together throughout the day. Another thing too, does your eating, let's go back to that being content with it. I see so many people and they can even get a little preachy and tell you what's right and what's not on this lifestyle, but they have their food brings them so much anxiety. Anxiety is a good word in general. I see so many people in this community that just live in anxiety. This lifestyle is not good for them. I'm gonna be honest with you. The raw food diet is not for everyone. Because I see too many people that I don't know if they're just stubborn and won't try it a proper way to transition to it, but it's just not right for most people, because if your way of eating is bringing you angst, if it's making you upset, if you're, you know, we won't get too much into the deep psychological, how I just judge, you know, how I look at other people, like I can even see by their demeanor they're not eating right. Yeah, it just may not be for you. Now, that's not to say there's any particular people that their body can't do this lifestyle. It's just some people have, you know, they're caught up in their mind of what a raw food diet should be. You know, the recipe stuff, I have to go back to that over and over and over and over. I think the recipe people are the problem. Not that there's anything wrong with recipes, not that there's anything wrong with creating new recipes, but this obsession with always having to come up with something different and exciting and this and that. Fruit is exciting to me. Fruit is exciting to me. I don't need the next 10 recipe books. I got 2. Shit, I don't ever need another recipe book. I got 2 of Melissa's recipe books and I got 2 of Chris Kendall's recipe books. Now, that is not to diss anybody else out there. It's just that I'm only limited to what I can eat. I eat several times a day. You know, I just don't need that many recipes. And I think people are just searching for some magic pill, not magic pill, but just like something that makes it so easy to do this lifestyle, when if you would just start gravitating towards simpler and simpler and simpler. The simpler version of this lifestyle is always going to be the easiest way to do it. So stop trying to do this thing and just do. Just do it. As Yoda says, there is no try, do or do not, you know. It's the simplest way of living that I have ever found. That's as direct as I can put it right there. And I don't know, maybe my stubbornness, which always makes me kind of do things a little bit different than everybody else, has led me in a good direction, because I'm very happy where I am with my eating right now. I see so many people that bounce up and down, even people that I respect a lot. And I think this YouTube and having a brand and whatever can be a detriment to some people, because I think there is the tendency, and I've felt this pull before, because sometimes, yeah, I want my channel to get bigger. I want more people to watch. So I start thinking, I'm like, well, maybe if I do this, this type of video would get more views. But I'm like, that's not how I eat. I'm not going to adjust what I'm putting in my body. I'm not going to adjust what I think is right for me, what is the healthiest version of things for me, for a channel, or to put something out there just for the sake of changing all the time. I mean, what's that about? What's that about? Come on, people. Come on. You know, you change your approach every 6 months or whatsoever. Just jumping around. I've just tried to move along, evolve at the pace that my body dictated to me, and it's worked. It's worked, it's worked. I might be chaos, I might not can answer all your sciencey questions, and I might not even know why I do a lot of what I do, but I'm very instinctual and I'm just tuned in and I know what works. And you know what? If something works, I've always been like this in my life. If if something works, don't tinker with it too much. Don't look into it too much. Don't ask why too much. Just go with it. So I'm going to keep preaching my basic message over and over. The simplest version of this lifestyle will do it for you. Now, I'm not Mr. Minimalist 100%. I love my Vitamix. I've gotten to a point now where I would be I could do this without it, but I'd be very disappointed without my Vitamix because I'm you guys, I know, you've told me this a million times. I'm a texture guy, and nothing beats the texture that the Vitamix makes, whether it's my salad dressings, my smoothies, or my nice cream. I prefer my nice cream with my Vitamix. So I do like a few things. I like my Vitamix. I kind of wish I had my dehydrator for a little bit more. It's not so much for being fancy, but there's just a couple of things that I really like Melissa's chili and what have you. But the rest, I don't need a dehydrator. I see a lot of that dehydrated stuff, and I'm not against dehydrated food. Somebody will want me to do a video on why I'm against dehydrated. I'm not against dehydrated food. Not really against anything, but the whole crackers and dehydrated breads and whatever, to me, that's entertainment. That's always, and since I don't have my dehydrator, it's just not that big a deal. Because even when I did have a dehydrator, I didn't use it all that much. And if I had it right now, I'd probably make myself some crackers once a month or so just for, a novelty, something different. But, that type of food, that, like I say, that's entertainment. That's not stuff I need to thrive. In fact, it's probably stuff that, if I really am honest with myself, doesn't give me as much energy as the fruit and what have you. But anyhow, that's my contentment. All that babbling in between, contentment. Contentment on this lifestyle and with eating is the biggest benefit for me, because up until 48, there was always some sort of anxiety in eating, even if you didn't care about health. What are you going to eat tonight? What is this? You were always thinking about food, always thinking about food. I remember I had one friend I hung out with for a while. We'd have breakfast, and during breakfast, she'd already be planning, like, she was so into the food. We were thinking about dinner. We were planning dinner while we were eating breakfast. So now it's just real easy. When I get up from here, I don't know what I'm going to eat, but I'm going to go eat something. I'm going to pick up some fruit and eat it. That's all that's needed. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Hang in there, just 2 more days till the weekend. Peace.